Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Siyat coming back with another video. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makah, Kodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. And peace salutation to the hopeful elect. Alright, Shalom. So today I want to make a video concerning that we need to soldier on. We need to stay soldiers for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Okay? Stay soldier. That's the topic of this lesson. Okay, without further ado, let's go into some scriptures, because it's very important in these times, to realize like what your main focus should be. What should be the thing that you should be focusing on now. Is it for worldly things, putting worldly things on number one? Or is it putting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai on number one? And understanding that you will get some how do you say that, some hard battles to fight. Okay, there will come hard battles on your path. Okay, but still the Most High puts nothing on your path that you can't handle, like the scripture says. So we should be expecting battles to come. Okay, because a battle, it's there for us to make us stronger, to prepare us what's to come. Not every battle is to be won. Okay, but certain battles, they are won, and you become stronger mentally and physically. Even though you lose the battle, you also grow. So the Most High puts you to certain diverse situations, like the scripture says. But you have to remember that the Most High, He is the one that controls both good and evil. Okay? So without, it does not mean, it doesn't, how do you say that? It doesn't matter what comes on your path, actually. You should try to keep your integrity, man. Your integrity in the truth is what's important. Okay, integrity meaning holding on to your norms and to your values, even though you are under much pressure, from outside. So, without further ado, let's go to the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. It reads, let me start at verse 1. Okay, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua Mashiach, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. Okay, we have to endure, and endure goes into suffering. Okay, so in this truth you're gonna suffer, man. You're gonna suffer. Okay, but a good soldier, meaning you are stable. You don't let things that are coming upon you, certain diverse situations, certain stressful situations that are coming upon you in this world, in this kingdom, make you wavery and shift. You have to be like a big tree with strong roots. Okay, and when a storm comes, the tree stays stable, stays firm. That's how you gotta be. Okay, like the scripture says, you gotta be, the righteous are bold as a lion. Okay, you gotta be fearless, actually, man. In a good way. Don't be fearless, like, be jumping off buildings and shit, like you think that the Most High got you, because you jump and he might just let you die right there and then, But meaning, like, be fearless because you know that the Most High is in control of everything, I even had it myself one time, like, I was walking with a girlfriend of mine, and they were, laughing at her, and that time, we were two. I was with her and she was with her friend. So we was walking in the neighborhood, and that time I had my fingers were broken, but my whole arm was in plates. I don't know how you call it, gips in the Dutch. So I was just walking, and all of a sudden these Ishmaelites start yelling, like, to that friend of mine, like, yeah, you bitch, you hoe, this and that. So I was like, okay, why you have to say that? Anyway, kept on walking. Then I heard, like, yeah, we're gonna break your other arm also. I was like, what? Where did this come from? Like, I was just walking there, occasionally, and they just, sought a reason to call after us for no reason, man. That's why Ishmaelites are. Anyway, I was there, you know. All of a sudden, I was like 20 meters away when they said it, and I turned around and I was like, "What did you say?" And then all of a sudden, I was there looking at them, like, "What you gonna do?" And then like 15 boys or something, stood up and walked toward me, you know, 15, 15 of them, like maybe 2 years younger than me. I was like, how old was I? I think I was like 18 years old, and they were like 16 years old, but it was a big group. Anyway, they came towards me, and I thought that I was gonna be scared or something. I was gonna run away because the funny thing is, now let me get to that later. So they was walking toward me with my arm in the plates. I was ready to fight, man, because normally in such a situation you gotta be wise, of course. You gotta be smart, and this was before the truth, actually, like two years before the truth, or 1 year before the truth even. So they was walking towards me, and they was lined up, in like a formation, ready to attack or something. But they was just like looking like, okay, what's gonna happen? And I was like in their face, like, what you gonna do then? Do something. And I was fearless, man. I'm telling you right now, I did not feel any 0% of fear. It was weird. And they did not do anything, you know. So it went how it went, we parted our ways. But the thing is that that moment stick by me because I knew that in that moment there had to be angels, protecting me, keeping their spirit from attacking me, because but I know a lot of time in that same area, that particular neighborhood, there's always people getting stabbed or getting into fights, you know. And I know these kids, they are problem causers. So I know it was the same type of group, So I don't know how I escaped that, but that clearly shows you that that the Most High was already there with me, you know, Lord willing, of course, but that He was guiding me towards being, fearless, and being in that mindset of a soldier, being stable. Like when you really feel feel righteous, how do you say that? Angry inside because there's something happening that is actually, not I won't say unrighteous, but you be like, like it's not fair what's happening, what happened in that situation. So in that moment, I was just like, fearless. But anyway, the point of the story is that when you are being fearless, that sometimes your spirit can be overwhelming. Okay, so that's also why we gotta endure hardness, okay, and be a good soldier for Yahweh Shai Mashiach, okay, for Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because we're gonna have a lot of things coming on our path. Okay, woman, maybe children, work, this and that, all different vibrations from outside trying to, pull you away from the truth, trying to get your attention away from making videos or making a study or reading the scriptures even. But you gotta stay focused, on what is important. You gotta stay soldier, man. You gotta stay, stay on your grind, basically, man. So let's look up the word soldier. I already looked it up. Here it says meaning of soldier: a person who serves in an army. Okay, and we are, Lord willing, serving the army of Yahweh Shai, because when He's gonna come with the angels, you want to be sure that you are on his side, part of his army. Okay, not being the one that has been, sifted away back into the world, and now when He comes back, you're gonna be, scratching your head like you fucked up now. You don't want to be in that position, You want to be that fighter that fought until the end, like the scripture says. he that shall endure until the end. We have to endure until the end. Okay, we have to be a good soldier, because hey, if you believe it or not, the strongest and the best army, is that of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and we should be thankful that we are part of that, and praying that we stay a part of that until the end, man. But anyway, talking a bit longer than I was planning on. So from there, let's go to, let me see, the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6. Oh, I was already there. Let me see. Oh, no. Because when you are a soldier, what do? You put on your armor, you put you put on your helmet, your breastplate, to protect you from, maybe the enemy has some type of spear or some type of heavy sword, or axe trying to chop you, and that armor is the one that is going to protect you from it, So this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. So you wrestle against spirits, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, okay, the elites, against spiritual wickedness in high places. They are doing heavy, wicked spiritual things, man. These elites. Okay, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. So on your middle you have the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Okay, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So this is your outfit, for battle. Okay, this is your spiritual outfit that you have on. Okay, you always gotta, stay on your grind. Okay, meaning you gotta do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability. Try to please him. If you had to make videos, make your videos. Okay, teach others. Try to keep the laws, the statutes, the commandments to the best of your ability. If you are in diverse situations, know that the Most High knows that you are in that situation. Okay, of course he knows that you are in that situation. Okay, he put you in there. He put you in there. So of course he knows about your situation, what you are going through. He's just testing you, like, So he claims to be, following me. Well, let me put this and this on his pad. See how he reacts. He still following me? Okay, good. I like that. Okay. And then you level up. That's basically how I see it. What's happening. You keep on leveling up till you hit that certain level, which is enough for you to go to the trials and the tribulations that are coming upon you. For example, in the time of Jacob's trouble, you have to be prepared physically, but for mainly mentally, okay, because it's gonna be a time like never before, man. So in those days, then the real soldier in us, Lord willing, will come out, because the scripture says that, like the men that are so-called strong and so-called bosses and so-called mighty in this world, they're gonna cry in that time, and they're gonna cry like bitches. Okay, gonna see demons running, people getting stabbed, people getting ripped open, people getting eaten alive by animals. Okay, they think that they are ready, Gonna hear voices, gonna see spirits flying, crazy things gonna happen, man. We, Lord willing, to the scriptures, believe that the Most High will put the Spirit on us to handle those situations and to go through it, you know, but to stay sane, to stay on the path of salvation and to mentally stay strong, I truly believe that when those situations occur, like I just explained in a story, when the moment is there, that you're gonna be fearless, When they try to threaten you with torture or death penalty, that's the moment when the Most High, puts the Spirit on you to be fearless. Okay? Of course, right now you'll be in some situation that you'll be doubting, like, hey, is the Most High really with me? Or should this really happen to me while I'm in the truth? Okay? Especially in the truth, certain, harsh things are gonna come upon you. Okay? But I believe sincerely in that moment when it's really necessary, and the Most High puts His Spirit on you, okay, then you're really gonna be like, hey, it's good that I stayed on this path, because right now I'm stronger than ever. The Most High is gonna fight for you. He's gonna look after you. Okay, He's gonna feed you when you're hungry. He's gonna keep you healthy when people are dying from diseases and shit. Hey, I saw a video, man. A man was scalping his own head, like as if he was shaving. You saw his skull, his like this layer of skin. He scalped this away. It was a big hole, and he was not crying at all. It's some heavy demons upon him, man. But imagine, feeling that pain and still doing it to yourself. Not being able to stop it. Okay, that is what these people can do to you when you take that MOTB. Okay, plant some type of idea in your head. Yeah, go jump off this cliff, and you still stay alive because the Most High keeps your spirit in your body. Hey, you're gonna be in some trouble, man. But anyway, also keep in mind what happened to Job, our ancestor, to Job. He had to go through a lot, and still, he stayed faithful to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so I'm gonna end it off with that. So this is Job chapter 1 verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabeans fell upon them, and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So the Sabeans took his oxen, okay, and there escaped one of the servants to tell Job of this horrible news. So that is one. While he was yet speaking, so he was still speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of Yahweh is fallen from heaven, and hath burned up the sheep. So his sheep were burnt, and the servants were burnt, and consumed them, and I only am escaped to tell thee, alone to tell thee. That's two. While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. There's 3 in the same time. While he was yet speaking, so this third person was speaking, there came also another, and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So his sons died. Okay. His children also died. That same minute or that same period of time, he heard all this bad news. How heavy that is. Okay. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped, and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord had taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So he even blessed the Most High Yahweh. The name of Yahweh. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. So even all this happened and he did no sin. Okay, I believe further in the account is also gonna say that he did not sin with his lips. God. Job 2 verse 10. So keep in mind, this is what happened to Job, all this is Job 2 verse 10. So let me start at verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain, Salakia, thine integrity? And die. So this is what his wife said, man. So even his wife started bugging out against him. But he said unto her, Thou speakest. You know why his wife, why this happened? Because in verse 7, so Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So he even got messed up with his skin, And also showing you that Satan works for the Most High. The Most High brings good and evil, okay? Satan is not against the Most High. He's created for a purpose, okay? For the purpose of doing evil, okay? Now the Most High was really testing Job, basically, his faithfulness, his integrity, okay? So, verse 10, he comes to the point. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive evil? So will we only receive good and not evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips, or even he did not even speak evil against the Most High after he lost literally everything. He lost everything. So this is a good example, of being a real soldier for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He was a real soldier. You get that? That's strong, man. You gotta be very strong. Also, one book that I like about our ancestor Joshua. When the Most High, when there was something to be done, he was there. He was like the executioner, like order, There was an order to be done, and he did it immediately, Like, when you have your second hand, you tell him something and he asks no question and he just does it, he just does the job, finish it, it comes back, staying on your side. That's how you be a good soldier of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I'm not saying that I am the best at it or good at it, but Lord willing, I'm trying to be, as you should, okay, trying to be a good soldier for the army of Yahweh Shai. You see? So without further ado, I hope this was edifying, and I want to give all praises and highest honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Makakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. May the election be upon your households. God shalom.